Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Footprint here in Omega Studio, ATL. I'm your regular host, Chidi. I have with me in the studio tonight a vibrant, multi-talented young man that is making wave all around. He's a new kid on the block, I call him, and I want you to join me and welcome Brandon Nnadi to the studio. Nnadi, you're welcome.
How's it going?
Thank you. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Nice to have you around tonight.
Thank you. Nice to be
really
a part of it.
Yeah, it's really been great. Been hearing much about you, but I want our audience to know much about who is this Brandley Nnadi.
Bradley Nnadi. I can say that I am humble and a person who's family oriented and one who sees foresight. I talked to my father the other day, and he tells me my grandfather used to say that when you have foresight, you can see, basically, you see the impossible. You can do the impossible if you can see nothing. And, I feel like that's something that I have and what I like to share.
Great. I like that. I like that phrase that says, "Just believe it, you can do it." I read about when I was going through your profile. I read some aspect that said you were involved in a fatal accident at a very tender age, and most people at that point could get discouraged, and that would be the end of life or the end of their dreams and visions and the passion in life. But how were you able to survive? Can you tell us a bit about what happened and how were you able to come out of that situation and becoming who you are today?
Yeah, well, I learned a lot actually from the accident. I was about 6 years old, and I got in a almost fatal car accident. The recovery process was phenomenal. A lot of people, including some doctors, said I wasn't gonna be able to walk. But I remember one night I heard my mom crying on how she just blamed it all on her of me, and I said that from this day forward I have to be the man that I need to be at a young age, and I need to go to rehab, do what I have to do, and start walking again. I remember that one day in church I went from wheelchair to stroller, and I used to put my stroller ahead of me and walk a little bit.
Wow.
People were looking at me like, I can't believe, am I looking at a miracle in front of my face? And since then I've just been on the path to say that anything is possible and I can do it.
Wow, thank you. That was miraculous. Actually, it was actually miraculous. And this whole acting stuff, how did it all come about? What inspired you to take up to this line of career? What inspired you?
My main inspiration in acting will have to go to my father. He tells me a lot about you have to do something. When you want to do something really bad, and it's something that you dream about, just go do it. My father came to this country to be an engineer. Nobody could believe he could do it, and he did it. And so I took what he said to me, and I said, I want to be an entertainer. And what better way to be an entertainer than to act? So it's pretty much how it happened.
Wow, that was a good influence from your dad there. And I would like to know, and most of our audience would like to know, is there any, have you just had any formal training to be an actor?
Yes, I've had a couple training coaches and teachers. My number one coach, teacher, Marlon Hargrave, he's taught me a lot. He's been more than a coach, actually, a big mentor to me, from what I should be doing, people I should be hanging out with. And I take classes in New York with John Pilata. He's ranked #1 nationally in the East Coast. He's a really good guy. I think both of my coaches are, they definitely taught me a lot about acting, and it's a lot. It was a lot harder than I thought it was.
Wow.
Until I took until I took the classes.
Nothing good comes easy,
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, as far as training, they helped me a lot.
Well, that was so good. Learning is a continuous process. It's never an ending thing. It's a continuous process. And I'd like to know, have you ever been in any movie, TV series, or any commercial?
I've been in one commercial so far, Checkered Flag. I have been in a TV series, a local one to Virginia
Can you
called
tell us what's the name of those ones?
Precinct 757. My biggest accomplishment to this year is Employee of the Year, and Employee of the Year is, I tell you, when it comes out, it's an independent film, romantic comedy. I was honored enough to have the lead, Franklin McCoy, and alongside a beautiful actress, Olivia Anjanette. It's basically a movie where you can actually fall in love with, and a perfect movie that I want to start my career in. I feel like I can change the world by making beautiful, beautiful work. And if you have a bad day or things are going wrong in whatever situation of your life, you can come to this movie and everything will be fine. And, I tell you, the cast of Employee of the Year is amazing.
When are we expecting it out?
This fall, actually, we should be coming to Atlanta for one of our premieres. And once you meet the cast, or see the cast, anywhere from, Ryan Adcock, Jessica Jensen, Lonnie Henderson, Quincy Carr, Cabana Black, it's amazing.
Wow,
It's just
wow,
amazing.
wow. That's a good one. What about any commercial or any other thing that you've been involved in?
Yeah, the commercial I was in, it was my first commercial, and I had a speaking role. Basically, it was a checkered flag. Basically, just like commercials do, smile, happy, cheese for the camera. you know, yeah.
What kind of actor do you want the world to see in you?
I want to see, and I want the world to see in me an A-list actor. Not because they get picked to do the best movies, but just because I want people to look at me and take something small from what I do and say, this guy really loves to do what he does, not for a paycheck. I love to act. I love to make people feel good. I love to be that guy who anybody can go to and it can brighten up their day. That's the type of person I am, and that's what I want to bring to film.
That is a good one. I also read when I was going through your profile, I heard that you're also a super hip hop dancer. Can you tell us a little bit part of that
Yeah,
aspect of your life?
I've been dancing for about 18 years. Dancing has been my first passion. I've had a wonderful dance coach. His name is Malik Bannister. If you look him up, I went to World of Dance. I've danced for my school. One time I used to work at Walmart, and I danced for them for CHKD, which is an organization we do to raise money for the kids.
Yeah, you have a dance group that. Have you ever been have?
Oh yeah, I've been in tons and tons of dance groups. I love, dance is one of those things where if you don't know how to dance, just go out there and do what you can do, and you never know what you might learn. It's amazing to do, the certain moves I used to do, or I still do, and I'm still a dancer, but acting is still my first.
Okay, you
time.
mean that dancing is something of the soul. I just come
Oh yeah,
just
it just comes.
let your body flow with the beat.
Once a dancer, always a dancer.
Oh, wow. What other things that you enjoy doing? Your hobbies, other things that you enjoy doing that?
Besides dancing, my personal hobbies is it might sound strange, but my personal hobbies is to watch over my family. I like to take care of my personal family, my immediate family. My little brother plays for Florida State. I treat him like he's my son. I like to take care of my little brothers and sisters while I can. A lot of stuff that goes on in their lives, they won't tell my parents, but they'll tell me, because they know that if they tell me, I can help them, and it's better. It's always better to go to a sibling to talk about your problems than your parents. So yeah, I like to keep track with my little brother Derek, my little sister Ashley, even my older brothers and sisters, what's going on.
Yeah.
We have family discussions and stuff like that.
It's a really whole rewarding thing to be family oriented. Somebody that family can look up to younger ones and all the right. It's a good thing in life when people can look up to you and you inspire them. It start, like you just said, it start from the family.
Yeah.
If you can influence your family, you can influence your community, you can influence your society, the world. It's a good one there. I quite appreciate that. I just saying that says that success is not a destination. It's a journey.
Yes.
I mean, it's an ongoing stuff. It's not something that ends in a day. It's a journey. So in this journey, how determined are you to be that Hollywood face that everybody wants to watch? How determined? It requires fight. It requires a lot.
Oh yeah.
How determined are you?
I tell you, I would lie if I said that there wasn't a day where I said I just want to completely forget about acting.
Great, yeah.
Because it happens.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
happens.
But you have to learn to get up and say, because I'm a fighter. I don't quit. Since I was a child, when I had my accident, that's when I learned to, keep it going and to not stop myself.
Yeah,
for
they say
anything.
it's not about the dog and the fight, but the fight and the dog.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So every day I wake up and I say, this is where I'm supposed to go, and I need to get here, no matter what. And that's pretty much how it is. I'm determined. I feel like I want to succeed so best. I want to succeed more than I want to breathe.
That's a good one. Determination is very, very paramount in everything we said that has to do in life. And in the next 10 years, this brand, this name, brand Nnadi, where do we expect, where do we see it in the next 10 years?
In the next 10 years,
Yeah.
I expect you to see Bradley Nnadi in a multi-million-dollar film, most likely a drama. But another thing, besides acting, you know, I want to, I want to make a difference in the world, and I want to find a way where I can, show. Because right now I volunteer for the Boys and Girls Club.
Okay, now?
Show little kids how life is the right way. I want to educate little kids or teens. Let them know that it's possible, to get where you need to be in life, and to educate them. It's always good to talk to little kids and
Yeah.
make sure they're living right and doing good, so they don't end up in, prison or, drugs or stuff like that. So I want to be educated.
And someone that will impact the society, giving back to the society is always it is a rewarding cause. Yeah. And one thing I know for sure is that nobody gets up there all alone. It requires mentors, it requires role models, it requires support and encouragement. Who are the basic people that have been your mentors, your role models in the journey so far?
So far in this journey, I would say my first acting coach, Marlon Hargrave. Off the bat, my father, he's been supportive. My, family, my little brother, like you said, it doesn't matter how old you are. My little brother goes on that field and he does what he has to do. He's a freshman in Florida State. Yeah. And the plays that he's making, people are like, this guy came out of nowhere, Last game they played, he had a fourth fumble. This game, fourth fumble. And I'm like, my little brother is doing what he has to do.
Amazing.
He tells me all the time, Bradley, I'm a man on a mission. And I'm telling you, every time I see my little brother go on the field, it motivates me more and more. That my little brother is chasing his dream. I gotta do the same.
They say to any intelligent mind, it says the word as a laboratory. You learn from anything, everything, any individual, big, small, little. What are your other role models aside maybe in the industries that you look up to? Who are one of some of them?
In the industry, Mark Wahlberg. I tell you, I feel like some people don't really look at what Mark Wahlberg has done. From Fear, it's just the way he portrays his characters. I think it's amazing. It's just like, when you see something and you know that he's making a character up of imaginary circumstances, and you look at it, you just get lost as if this person is real. Same with same with all the other actors. They do a good job. I love actors who can make me think that they're not them anymore and they're
Wow.
a completely different person. Like Will Smith. Will Smith, I tell you, I've watched this guy from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, Fresh
and
Prince.
the stuff that he does now, this is what I do when I watch his films. I watch, and if it's something completely different from Will Smith, I'm just like this. It's amazing.
He's an amazing actor. He's an amazing actor. Like from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to this present, you can see consistent growth and increase and amazing things the guy does. Is so thrilling. What are some of your other favorite actors and actresses in the industry?
Um, my favorite, my favorites. I'm gonna say because there's no specific order.
Yeah.
Jamie Foxx, just all around entertainer, singer. It's just when I watch the Jamie Foxx show, that guy just he does it all. He does it all, and sometimes I feel like he's not even acting. He's just entertaining, but he's actually
They
doing it.
flowing naturally.
Yeah, so him, Denzel is a great actor. Mark Wahlberg, I tell you, I'll say his name 1,000 times. He's a really, really good actor.
Okay, for those people that want to know more about you and or to contact you, do you have any website or is there any social network that you belong to that somebody can actually contact you? Somebody that want to know more about who is Brandon Nnadi, I want to know about you. How do I get to know that?
I do have a website.
Okay, you have a website?
Yeah, I do. If you type on www.bradnadi.com, it's spelled BRADNNADI.com.
Okay.
You will see my resume, headshots. I'm putting my rose up there. They're not there yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
Yeah.
Okay. I have a Facebook. Just type my name. My Instagram is Nnadi. Same BNNADI on Instagram. I have a Twitter, but I don't really use it. So it would really be there's no point of me putting it up there. But yeah, if you wanna see me and what I do, BradNadi.com is the place to go.
Like viewers who've heard about that, you can just check him up on his website and on the social media. You can interact with him and other things like that. If you want to know more about him, if there's anything you want to get across to him for or with, you can go to his website and you basically get every information you need to know about it. And while wrapping up this, I want to know there are millions of youth out there that are still struggling to find their roots. Some are even at some certain stage, some give up. Some have taken to drugs, other social vices, crime and all the rest because maybe there's no motivation, there's no encouragement coming either from family, society or even within. So what kind of encouragement are you going to give to such people out there that really want to be like you or really want to pursue their dreams or their ambition? What is your advice or your encouragement to such people?
My encouragement to people is to keep going and to have willing to fight, because knowing that there's a better chance on the other side. Like for everybody who is spiritual and believes in God, there's a heaven,
Yeah.
So if you put that into life of what your goals are, you know that today might be a bad day, but tomorrow's going to be a better day. And you need to keep chugging and chugging and going, because one day you're going to get that one yes. You might get 1,000 no's, but when you get that one yes, you're off.
That makes all the difference.
Yeah, so I feel like, people when they're young, they don't see everything right there in their face.
Yeah.
Because they don't have foresight, I feel like you need to go to a workshop or go to a class or listen to a inspirational speaker and let them tell you, how good life is and the things that you could prove in a day. Some people can't. The people that I know who make what they have in such little time, it's just amazing what you see them to do. So for everybody who's having a hard day and just trying to get up, all for me to tell you is to have foresight and seeing your future.
Thank you very much. It's really been a wonderful time having you here in our studio tonight, and I'm really impressed seeing a young man like you who is just in his just early 20s doing all such much, having such a great ambition, such a drive, such determination to make an impact, not just for himself, like you actually said, not just for yourself, but also to affect the society and the world at large. It's really amazing. It's a plus. I'm impressed. I'm also challenged even to take up something, because there are some things I think, wow, how do I continue? How do I get this thing done? You just pack it somewhere and just continue with life. But I think it's time to just go dust them up somewhere and just start kicking forward again in life with those things that will impact your life and also impact the life of your society. And thank you so very much. And for our viewers, I want you to just be all you want to be all you can, pursue your dream, don't be discouraged in everything that you set your heart to do. Like he just said, just go for it. Don't just get discouraged. Believe in God, believe in yourself. Nobody is going to do it for you except you just give it a first push, and support will come anyhow, but you just have to move.
Hmm.
Just have to move. And thank you so very much, and it's been wonderful having you around, like I just said
It's
earlier.
been a blessing to be here.
I just look forward that in the next few episodes we're going to have you here, come here and tell us so much amazing things or some accomplishment that you've done within the short time. Thank you so very much.
Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you so very much for watching. Till I come your way next time. Thank you. My name is Chidi.